Hello, everyone, and welcome to the All Four Downs and the HHWShow podcast. That's 4downs3counts.com. I'm your host, Obi-Wan, with Hector V. What's good, everyone? It is a Thanksgiving weekend, and I hope everyone's enjoying the weekend. Behind me, I have some college football going on, but I'll be tuning in to the WWE Survivor Series that's going to start in about an hour. Much to talk about. I mean, the ultimate crossover predictions on this episode is for the first time. I mean, I'm going wild watching these games. Look, even my hair is standing up right now. And Hector, of course,
I ain't got no hair.
he lost his hair watching the 12 o'clock game with Ohio State and Michigan. But hey, that's another story. But we've hit the most intense stretch of the sports calendar. Week 14 of college football. The conference the last game of the regular season before they go to conference championship, rivalry games, playoff implications going on. And then you also got the week 13 of the NFL games that's going on Sunday and Monday, right? Which spectacular games that happen on Thanksgiving game and a surprising victory for the Chicago Bears on Friday. There's a lot going on. So from kickoff to the bell rings, from Saturday showdown to Sunday night wars, we've got bold predictions and real talks. And you know what? It's just a fabulous weekend of the whole entire year.
It is, when you got Thanksgiving, we always think about family, but we also think about football, man. And it's just from the college levels to the pro levels, and even here in Texas, we got high school playoffs.
Oh yeah,
in football, so they're getting down to the nitty gritty too. Where the championship games from everything from 3A to 6A, getting ready to go to Jerry World to play for the national championship. So it's great, great time for football. And then we got war games in the midst.
It's just so fitting how you say war games with everything that's going on this weekend for all the games. It seems like every game is a war. So, but it is tuned into my picks that I had this weekend. Georgia over Georgia Tech definitely did not disappoint. However, if you were betting for Georgia, you did not cover the spread. And definitely if you went under, I mean, it was a low score game. Auburn and Alabama haven't started yet. Ohio State put the whipping on Michigan. I was confused in this game because the fact that Michigan, well, they didn't play to their normal game. They looked like Army just running the game, like running the ball over and over. And I don't know what happened, but they just didn't live up to the expectation of what they could do on offense. All right. And they got shut down, and Ohio State completely took over the whole entire third quarter. And so really there was no momentum for the Michigan offense. I do got to give credit to defense, but when your defense is out there for so long, especially when it's snowing, eventually Ohio State's going to score, and they did what they had to do. They snapped their 4-game losing streak, and now they're going to go against Indiana for the Big Ten championship. Both teams undefeated, both similar records in the Big Ten conference. So it's going to be really, the story is going to be, is Indiana for real, or were they just very, very like fake the funk type deal like they did last year? Pretty much.
Yeah, for real. Exactly.
Behind me, Vanderbilt's winning against Tennessee. I went for Vanderbilt. And then I actually picked an upset, Virginia Tech against Virginia, even though, I see a lot of people going for Virginia. But history has been known that Virginia Tech does play so well against. They could have a 0-11 and get their first win against Virginia. That's the history of Virginia Tech, man.
I think when you come to interstate, rivals when it comes to college, it's very unpredictable. You cannot always go for the top dog because you're right.
Right.
These underdogs, they play so well. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, plenty of football, but then again, there are other games and there are other how you say it, events going on, but it's pretty good here, and especially when we're coming down to the second last of the college football playoff top 25 rankings. So let's go ahead and move on to the next. Let's move on into the NFL. Look, I went 2-1 on Thursday, which is pretty good for me in a sense. Burrow, on the other hand, gave me my loss because I thought the Ravens were on that streak, but Joe Burrow, man, he took over the Bengals and just handled business. I mean, just slapped the Ravens around and be like, nah, I'm back, baby. I'm back.
Yeah, he sure did. He's like he never lost a beat. You know what I'm saying? From his injury, came back and just picked up right where he left off at. Could the Bengals make some shake things up? I should say. I want to say make a run, but they could shake things up a little bit.
Yeah, they can. I mean, like I said, I mean, there's a huge difference when you have Burrow on the offense
Hmm.
compared to any other backup quarterback. And this is probably the last straw for Joe Flacco as being the quarterback. He might just go back to his previous job or something. I don't know. But this week's game for Sunday, I do have the Chargers over the Raiders, the 49ers over the Browns. That one could be an upset alert depending how the Browns do, which their Sanders as a starting quarterback. And definitely defense wins championships. I said along. The LA Rams will defeat the Panthers. Panthers are really going to be put in place. I know they're in the run in the wild card spot, but I think they're going to fall back hard with the loss there in Carolina. Moving on to the next few games, Hector.
The Texans and the Colts. Look, I got the Colts in this game, but I mean, I'm not sold on them just yet. I know I've been saying that. There's just the level of competition has not been proven anything to me, but they're 6-0 at home. They should find a way of winning this game. It's going to be a tight knit game because this is a division rival, but Colts got this one. And then we're talking about the Cardinals and the Buccaneers here. Look, the Bucks, I think they're banged up. But I think this is maybe a bounce back game for them at home. I think the Buccaneers can get things done, get me back on track here because I'm on a little slide right now, on a mudslide. And the Broncos, look, they're doing their thing in the AFC right now. They're trying to get to that number one spot and hold on to it. They got a Commanders team that's kind of weak right now, got a kind of holes and gaps in there, and cracks in their offense and defense. So I like the Broncos winning that game. Yeah. So give me the Bucks, the Broncos, Bucks, and Colts.
Well, I mean, the Texans are on a hot streak right now. So that game, it's a toss up, but
Yeah,
I
it is.
understand Colts being undefeated at home, 6-0. Baker Mayfield it's said that he is working his way to start
Right.
this Sunday. Hopefully he does. If not, that might be some trouble there.
It could be.
Um, and then the Broncos should have an advantage because Daniels is not starting. He will not play this weekend for the Commanders.
Hmm.
So, yeah, I mean, you could go 3-0 this Sunday.
I
It
need it,
could
man.
be a possibility. You
I
got to
need it.
even your score there.
For real.
Think Thanksgiving got you though, man. I think them turkey got you.
Gobble, gobble. Got me.
Gobble, gobble. All right, moving on to some wrestling. Yeah. Oh, I'm loving this because on December 14th is the holiday hijinks here in Connecticut, in New Britain, in the VFW 511. Is no other than a holiday special, wrestling with character, with TNA superstar AJ Francis in the house. Uh, those of you that known WWE, he did do what was his name in the WWE? I forgot.
Yeah, he had a short stint with the WWE.
Yeah, yeah.
He got
But
to the main roster.
my boy BRG is in the house for the
Mm,
first time in New Britain. I'm kind of liking it. Flash Waller is coming back after defending his title. And then Daniel J. Powers, man, he is the biggest heel of them all. Very awesome dude, awesome characters coming up, and many much more. But family fun, action-packed wrestling, comedy, singing and dancing, audience participation. They got it all. It is Sunday, December 14th at 6 p.m. at 41 Veterans Drive in New Britain. That is the VFW Post 511. Go to wrestlingwithcharacterlive.com, purchase your tickets. I'm already there, front row. I just can't wait, man. This is going to be very, very special. And that's fundraiser is brought to you by Beautiful Live Projects and much, much more. And Ken's Cards. I mean, look, this guy, Wrestling with Character was all out last month with Karrion Cross being the special for the show, and Jake the Snake Robert was there. So it's pretty unique to see what other surprises can happen on December 14th at the VFW. So go ahead and check it out. Moving on to WWE Survivor Series. This is our prediction show, and it might seem like it is predictable, But I do gotta say, man, I don't think so. I think there's a lot of surprises, being that is in San Diego, home of the San Diego Padres. So there's gonna be a lot of people. They gotta go all out. They gotta go all out just before Saturday night main event of the final of John Cena. But something big has to happen here, just like last year. What do you think, Hector?
I think so too. I know we kind of briefly talked about, comeback superstar of the year. The year's not over yet. Somebody can make a big splash. CM Punk's done it. Randy Orton's done it. Roman's done it a few times. You just never know. You're right. And with this kind of game called War Games, anything and everything is possible that can happen. We could see somebody come out of nowhere and interrupt this
Well, I
fear.
got a theory on that. And oh man, I thought about something in my head. I hope I don't lose it by the time, but I think something special might happen in the men's war games.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna write that down because I'm not
Write
gonna
it down.
forget. Yeah, yeah, write it down. Write
Yeah.
it down. Write it down, my man. Write it down. All right, I got it. I got it. I got it. Yeah. So let's start off with the women's. I don't know the prediction of all the cards in order, but if there's anything, I know we got to separate the war game scenario here. So definitely, let's start off with the women's side of the house because this one's special. I like how things are developing here. But we have AJ Lee, Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, Rhea Ripley, and Io Sky. They go take on Becky Lynch, Asuka, Kerry Zane, Nia Jax, and Lash Legend. 5-on-5. Um, man, who you got in this, man? This is a stat card, pretty much.
It is. I like Team Lee here. I like AJ and her team here. I think that with Charlotte and Rhea Ripley getting on the same page, I think that's going to make a big difference for that team, with everybody being on the same page. Lash Legend, I think, is going to be the wild card here for me. We really don't know too much. We haven't seen her too much in this ring. She's a big woman, so she's gonna. It's almost like her and Jax is the twin towers going into this, so that could be a dual threat. But experience to me is going to play a big factor. We got a lot of former Warriors champions on that other side, so I like Lee Sing.
If Io Sky goes on top and does her backflip like she normally does, right? Lash Legend could catch her. And
Mm.
if she catches her, the team is done. I mean, eventually that move has to it cannot work all the time. But I'm just curious to see how that will play into effect because when I think about war games, I think about Io Sky. I think about her on the very top. I think last year she went in
In
the
a trash
W
can.
she did it in the
In a
trash
trash,
can.
she put a trash can
Yeah.
over herself and flipped over.
Yeah, imagine that. So, anyway, what more could she do? What move could she do different while on top, man? I'm curious about that. However, when it comes to storylines, I'm gonna take AJ Lee and that whole crew. You got a tag team that have become friends. Rhea Ripley and Charlotte are putting their differences to the side. They're one team, right? Io Sky is believes in family, but she knows that Rhea Ripley got her back with all the love and support, which is something that she didn't have from the Baguki. Oh,
Yeah, the
Baguki,
Kabuki Wars.
Kabuki Wars. Excuse me. Then you got AJ Lee and Bailey as a rival, right? And Nia Jax and Last Legend, really, I mean, they're like, I feel like it's an add-on, to be honest with you. And they're more selfish and trying to get the tag team titles. I mean, that's why they're there. So when you look at this, you'll see that Rhea Ripley will be the probably the MVP in this series, and I'm taking them as the winners of tonight.
Book it. We got it.
We got it. All right, moving on. John Cena versus Dominic Mysterio. Ouch. Yeah, listen, I'm not. I don't know, like what possibilities could happen in San Diego. This is the home turf of Dominic Mysterio. That is like the key thing. Like when you have home field advantage, what could you bring to the table that's home field advantage?
And in Dominic's case, Nothing that I can think of, unless what's her face shows back up. I don't know. It just makes no sense. Liv Morgan.
You think you know what? That's pretty interesting for Liv Morgan, but I think they'll save her for the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, possible, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's just that Dominic is not. I mean, I'll be surprised he gets a good pop here tonight when they introduce him because he's at home. It's happened before. We've seen it at
Oh,
WrestleMania.
no doubt. Yes. I mean, he got that big pop when he got the Intercontinental
Yeah,
Championship,
hmm
but this is John Cena though.
you're right. You're absolutely right. And but you know, now that we have a more clear picture of the Final Four in the tournament, I think it kind of to me, son, kind of speaks to itself on this right here. I mean, I hate to say it, but I think Dominic's gonna get that title tonight.
Damn.
I hate
I
to
don't
say,
want I don't want to agree you. I don't want to agree with you.
I mean, because we're not gonna see John Cena on Monday Night Raw.
Correct. But I mean, yeah, it just makes sense to John Cena to lose, but he could still win and vacate it. Man, make another tournament for the Intercontinental Championship, you know?
That means
Uh
he'll have to vacate it before the tournament, before December 13th.
but to clarify this, that doesn't necessarily mean he can still defend it in the tournament though.
Yeah, but I don't see any of those four superstars taking that title away from him. None of them.
Gunther?
None of them are going to gain any kind of notoriety by winning that title. What do they gain? What do any four of those superstars gain by winning that Intercontinental title? It doesn't make no sense for any of those four superstars to hold that title from John Cena. Beating him, yes, but not for that title. It just doesn't make any sense.
All right. I will not look as a far stretch. I will take John Cena. The last time is now. I
Right,
get it,
right.
but Dominic put his mouth where it didn't belong, and that's
hmm
why he lost the title, right? And it doesn't matter where it is. John Cena is going to represent. The only way John Cena loses if you got the Gran Americano and that whole crew interfere,
Right.
right? And even that, will that allow Rey Mysterio to come out? Will that make it to where finally we got father and son battle each other for that belt? I mean, that could be a possibility. It's flirting that way because
Yeah.
now Rey Mysterio is in the picture. Like I said, there's so many possibilities. But Dominic Mysterio also burned a lot of bridges, claiming that he's the greatest intercontinental champion of all time,
That's a
and he
fact.
has another belt that he has to defend in the AAA.
No.
So,
We've had that discussion a long time ago, who we
Mhm.
think is the greatest Intercontinental champion of all time. And there's a lot of arguments, a lot of great arguments there, but Dominic is
he,
nowhere near on that.
he's not one of them.
No, he's not.
No, 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 no. All right, Dominic Mysterio, you have.
Yeah.
I would, I would agree with you. I know, but I'm gonna go different. I'll gamble with John Cena like I
Okay.
do on DraftKings. All right, so
Gotcha.
all right, moving on. I think this is unanimously right. Stephanie Vaquera versus Nikki Bella.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Nikki Bella's past her prime. There's no way, especially in San Diego, which she is very loved. And everybody's waiting for that move where she put the legs on top of the other person's shoulders. What's that maneuver called? Yeah, yeah. Everybody's looking forward for that bang to the canvas type deal. Um,
Chitty, chitty, bang, bang.
Stephanie Vicarious now she's gonna win this match.
I got her.
Yeah,
She does it like this. She does like this or something like that. I don't know.
yeah, 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 yeah. She's the one. Yep.
hmm
All right. And then what the interesting part is Survivor Series War Games, the men's side of the house. And it's very interesting again because anything could happen, right? I mean, this is one of these matches could go either way. But you got Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, Roman Reigns, Jey Uso, and Jimmy Uso, the Uso brothers, versus the Brock Lesnar, Drew McIntyre, Logan Paul, Braun Breaker, and Bronson Reed. Now, let's talk about the Roman Reigns side of the house. Whose team really is it? Is it Cody Rhodes? Is it Roman Reigns? Is it CM Punk's? I mean, all I know is that the Usos just want to fight, right? And then on top of that, Roman Reigns, I think he's getting that little itch that he wants that one of those belts over his shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
So will they click? But then on the other side, can you trust Brock Lesnar with all those egos, all those people like Logan Paul, back king of the backstabbers? Braun Breaker don't give a damn. Bronson Reed, oh, I don't even know what his purpose. And Drew McIntyre is very selfish himself, right? I know this is not like a place where you tag a partner and everything. I mean, this is all like free willing and everything else. But
Yeah.
wow, what a combination! And they all have a lot of similarities. The question is, who will survive on this? Who will prevail?
Well, you asking me that question. I think Tribal Chief and his crew over there is going to prevail. I think there's more trust on that side than Brock's side. And Paul Heyman got a bunch of misfits over there.
Mm.
At least with we know what Roman brings to the table. He's a man of his word. He helped Cody Rhodes in a tag match a while back. CM Punk, they know they have history, but when it comes to what's on the other side, I think they put their differences aside, and I don't think they're really worried about who's captain. I think that's just a little front to make us think that there's friction between them. To me, if I was to pick a captain, I'd say it's Roman Reigns. You don't need a title to be a captain, to be the leader. You know what I'm saying? He's proven himself. He's beaten everybody in that in that ring. So to me, I think they're a more functional team. You can't trust Brock Lesnar, and if I was Logan Paul, after what you did to me, payback,
Oh yeah.
payback's a mug. You know what I'm saying? And then two, I think kind of rubbed Braun Breaker the wrong way too when he put his hat on his head. Dude, you don't do something like that. It's a little disrespectful.
All
So
right, recall that again. Put whose head on his head?
Brock Lesnar put his hat on Braun Breaker's head.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
That's a little disrespectful too. Like you don't got no respect for the man. I think this team is very powerful. I think they're more muscle.
If they were like, let's put it this way, if they were synced together, right? They would have been they will destroy them.
They will destroy them. You're
Yeah.
absolutely right because they got the more muscles. There's no way around it. Okay.
So let me ask you this: is it Brock Lesnar going to turn their backs on all of them, or will Braun Breaker turn their back on them?
I don't see Braun turning his back on anybody. I think Braun is going to be a team player. I think it's Brock Lesnar that's going to turn his back.
He's never a team player.
He's not. He never was. He never.
But it seems like that's what is going to be predicted, right? Because what he did to Cody Rhodes. But
right.
What if? I mean, Logan Paul. Logan Paul's a shady guy, man. I'm just wondering if he knows he's about to lose, that he'll turn his back on. Someone's going to turn. But the question is, who else might come into this picture? I don't think it's going to be settled with these 10 people.
I don't see anybody else. I can't see anybody else who's going to intervene with these massive egos here. In my opinion,
will Seth Rollins come back?
No, I don't think so.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, yo, Seth Rollins might come back and be the difference maker, because
if he was, then he will help the Tribal Chiefs team.
Yeah, I do.
My opinion, if I was on Paul Heyman's side, I would think everybody would just gang up on Brock Lesnar and feed him to the wolves.
But I wonder if Paul Heyman has somebody else, or like somebody else, man. Like Paul Heyman always has a plan. That's what I. Yeah.
Okay, you're not gonna like me when I say this.
Yeah, whatever. Go ahead.
If he does have anybody else, it could be somebody from that other side.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Yeah. Yeet.
That'd be the only other person I think that would.
But I feel like that's not an upgrade.
No, but I mean, there's nobody from the outside that's going to help. That Paul Heyman would think. I mean, if you're gonna take out
You
your
know,
opponents, do it from the
it,
inside.
it makes a lot of sense. The fact that Roman Reigns said that he showed up because he will be there for his family.
Hmm.
So I'm wondering if that's a cue that be there for family, but then at the same time, Jimmy and Jay don't see things eye to eye either.
No, not all the
And
time.
then Jay be doing things. Well, Jay's Jay because he is main eventer, Jay Uso.
And he still got that semifinal match against LA Knight that he's got to worry about.
Yep.
So why not? If
Mm,
if there was a turn, why not it be him? Because now Paul Heyman can get him to defeat LA Knight and get him into the finals against either Gunther or Solo Sikoa. It's just a wild thought.
Gotcha.
But because look, I know we're not talking about the tournament yet, but how you got two
Mm,
faces on one side against each other and two heels against each other on the other side? Something just doesn't look right in that tournament with the
mhm.
final four. But that's another story.
Yeah. Anyhow, that there you go. Oh, well,
Well,
not
we
really
got we got
because
the other one. Yeah, the other. Well, didn't we have another one?
another what?
No, that's it. War games
No,
just got
that's it. That's it. What else you want?
okay. Okay.
I'm gonna stick with Team Cody. Yeah. I mean, I feel like too many good guys are winning. There's gotta be a bad guy somewhere. I mean, is this how we're gonna end? Like the last PLE with all the good guys winning? I don't know. It's something like I said,
Well,
something
now
bigger has to happen.
I got Dominic, so not all the good guys I'm predicting to win. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
if one side of the guys, let's say the guys win, then maybe the girls will win. I mean, maybe Becky Lynch's team might win. Who knows? Maybe they might
Mm.
squash everybody. I don't know, but I don't see it happening.
I don't know. I don't know. It's interesting to see because it's gonna start in half an hour, and a lot is gonna happen tonight. I can't wait. I'm excited, and I hope all of you are excited as well to join us. Uh, this is pretty much I don't know. We still got another one. We still all the way got till Saturday night before we end our season on the HHW show. Plenty of football, awesome wrestling going on. I know, like First Take on ESPN has been talking about each character on what's going to happen in Survivor Series. My favorite is Dominic Mysterio though, because the fact that he took Stephen A's top five and kind of rearranged it. I thought that shit was epic though. But it's
Yeah.
like, when you have more TV time to promote, you would think that those are the ones that are going to win. And in fact that I won't want to choose Dominic Mysterio, but I just can't go against my boy John Cena, man. I mean, I got his belt right there. Oh man,
Yeah, I got the little one too
oh
right here.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So I mean, it's understandable. I mean, there's a
yeah,
lot of respect towards John Cena for what he's done.
yeah.
So
Look, this is the most stacked prediction weekend in our show with 4 downs, 3 counts. Again, combining 2 podcasts together, all 4 downs and the HHW show. It's week 14 on the college football, week 13 in NFL schedule, and we got WWE War Games. So just so much to talk about. Tune into our website, 4downs3counts.com. Uh, get the latest of our blogs. Plus, if you miss our shows and stuff like that, you can always check on our website and then leave your comments. Share us. Who do you think is going to win? Any sport, whether it's NFL, college, or is our predictions on point for the WWE War Games? Let us know. Thank you, Hector. I hope you enjoyed your Thanksgiving. I hope
yes, sir.
everyone else as well. Until next time. Ooh, God loves me some football and wrestling, baby.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Take care. And we'll end it with our HHW show. Let me say our intro. Yeah, intro to our outro. Oh, yeah.